Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the rest of the year. This is from October till the end of December. This is going to be the quarter 4 reading here, Cancer. We're going to take a look at your just advice in general in this first row. We're going to look at anything unexpected that could be coming in for you in your second row. And then we're going to look at any advice from your guides in the last row. We're also going to be pulling 3 yes or no question cards at the end. If you don't have questions, that's fine too. I will just be answering those questions. I'll be putting all 3 cards together as well. So that's fine. But Cancer, let's see here. What is going on for you here, Cancer? You start off with this higher view card. This card always reminds me kind of like of a mixture between like the Hermit and also the Hangman as well. It's kind of like the Hermit because the Hermit is standing at the top of a mountain and he is, kind of gaining a new perspective. He is seeing everything from the top of the mountain. He has the best view. It's kind of like the Hangman because the Hangman is all about gaining a new perspective. So I do feel for a lot of you, this is just about you gaining a new perspective in life, seeing things from a different point of view. So what are you seeing? Well, you have the Temperance card, the Magician, and you have the Knight of Swords here. I feel like that what you are seeing is that you have more power than you have ever realized to change just any situation in your life. The Temperance card is about alchemy and turning like a negative into a positive, positive into a negative, whatever you want to do, right? It's up to you. But I feel this is saying that you kind of like have the power to change situations in your life. I'm kind of getting like Empress vibes here off your reading in the sense that, the Empress is a card of empowerment and it doesn't matter what gender you are. To me, anybody can have the Empress energy. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like that Empress energy where you're coming at the rest of the year from this like very empowered place. You have the Magician as well here, which is like a new beginning coming in for you. So I do feel that there is some sort of new beginning coming in for you. Here, you're clearly going on a new adventure. The Magician is pointing to this Page of Wands right here. And he's going towards the moon, so he doesn't even know like where he's going. He doesn't even know what he's doing because the moon is like, darkness, but he's still willing to go on the adventure. So I feel like there is a new adventure coming in for you here. And you have this Knight of Swords here. I just feel the Knight of Swords is saying, don't go back to the past. I feel like it's saying, go this direction, head towards the unknown, because there's probably a lot more excitement in the unknown than there is in the past, going this direction here. Where is this going, Cancer? With the Temperance card, you have the 7 of Wands here. Seven of Wands is defending your position at the top of a hill. It's like a card of conviction, and basically, 7 of Wands says, if you know that you know something on a very deep level, then it is the truth. So the Temperance card says you can turn any situation around. It doesn't matter how positive or negative the situation you're in is. If you are, if you have conviction, if you know that you can fix it, then you can fix it, no matter what it is. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like this very strong energy of belief with the Temperance card and the 7 of Wands. With the Magician here, you have the 5 of Cups. I feel that for a lot of you, very simple energy. This reminds me of 8 of Swords energy, this combination right here. 8 of Swords is thinking that things can only happen one way. Even the Temperance card says that things can happen multiple ways. Things could happen any way that you want them to, right? So let me just say this. The Magician, he has mastery over all the suits. With the 5 of Cups, it's like about needing to be grateful for what you have, of course, but he also needs to turn around and try something else. He has lost his taste for wine. That's why he is crying. If he were just to turn around, there's like something better in these cups behind him, and he would see this bridge that leads to the castle. So I feel for a lot of you, where no matter where you are stuck in your life, there is probably another way of doing things, and this just says you just have to learn about it or find it, and you will solve your problem very, very quickly. With that Knight of Swords there, yeah, you have the Emperor, something trying to control you here. You know, he has this Ankh right here that he's holding on to, like the Egyptian symbol for death and rebirth, right? So I feel for some of you, this is more talking about you undergoing a rebirth type situation. I feel like it's saying, like, don't go back to the past. The Emperor could also say, like, don't allow the past to control you, which we see right here with the Devil. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like time for you to release the chains of the past and start focusing more on the future. In the area of the unexpected, you have the card of fulfillment here. I love this card. To me, it's like a card of abundance and fulfillment, so I feel like you are feeling fulfilled at this time. Yep, boom. You have this potential card. There is a mountain on this card, a gigantic mountain. Exactly what I was feeling right here when I said that. I felt like this card was like a combination. I was getting like hermit vibes. You know, that's what I mean right here. You have this potential card. So I feel for a lot of you that there is potential for significant fulfillment in your life at this time. So how do you do it? Well, Devil, Six of Wands, Page of Wands. I would definitely set yourself free from the past. Again, the Devil, these people that are on the Devil, the chains are meant to look very loose around their neck. They could just lift it off their head and they could just, you know, escape, no problem. So it's kind of like needing to realize that you're a lot more free from a past situation than you realize. So again, you have the Devil, Six of Wands, and the Page of Wands here. I feel like there's some sort of victory. I kind of see this as an unexpected boost that is coming in for you here, Cancer. So I do feel that there could be like an unexpected reward coming in for you here. For some of you, I feel it's like a raise or a promotion, something that boosts you up, and it's like something that is going to allow you to do the things that you want to do in your life. I would say, especially if you're like hoping to go on some sort of adventure here. An adventure could be like moving, traveling, like literally an adventure. But it could also be like starting a business is an adventure. Starting a side project is an adventure. So, you know, writing a book, doing, you know, something that you've always wanted to do is an adventure. And I feel for some of you, it's like you're being cheered on. The Six of Wands, he's receiving support from these people on the back of the card. So I feel for a lot of you that you're receiving a lot of support. I feel like this is kind of very, I'm getting the word encouraging here on the Page of Wands. I feel like you are feeling encouraged. I feel like you're feeling like you are ready to take action as well. So it's kind of like you're being, I feel like you're being nudged along here by the universe. Let's see where this is going. With the Devil, you have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands is about needing to be bold, needing to be assertive, needing to stand up for yourself. Like, she needs to do those things. And so, and you have her twice here. So I feel like that is your answer. Being bold, being assertive, sticking up for yourself, like really going for what you want. And with the Six of Wands here, whoa, boom. What did I say? Eight of Swords. I was getting Eight of Swords vibes over here. So I feel for a lot of you that realizing that there are multiple ways of doing things is going to set you free. It is going to be the thing that makes you very successful at this time. And with the Page of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups is like you're spoiled for choice. Like I said, I feel pretty simple, actually, these first two rows. I really feel like it's saying that there are like new ways for you to accomplish your goals as well. I feel like I said this to you recently, and I feel the same thing for you. It's like, the best example I could give you here, Cancer, of like the energy I'm feeling here is like the internet. It's like before the internet, if you wanted to publish a book, for example, you would have to like go through publishers and you'd have to get past all these gatekeepers, right? Then the internet came along and it's like now you can publish a book on your blog, you can sell a book on your blog, you can publish a book by yourself on Kindle, and many people have done it and become very successful doing that as well, without going through the whole traditional, publisher route. I feel that for you here, Cancer, where it's almost like this is saying the things that have been keeping you stuck, there are certain rules, regulations, or, control structures that were established that might be dying, that might be going away, or there's like new opportunities opening up here. We'll talk about this in a minute, where it's like there is nothing in your way any longer. There is nothing preventing you from doing something you've wanted to do, where maybe in the past there was. Seven of Wands right here. Seven of Wands card boundaries. So again, there might have been, I see this as for a lot of you that there were certain boundaries that were probably preventing you from moving forward. And it's like now there are like a bunch of options for you to do something. That's like the vibe that I'm getting off of this reading. And I feel like I've said this to you before. Like in one of your recent readings, I feel I was like talking about something very similar. And so, again, I feel like it's almost like things are opening up for you. Even in the area of advice from your guides, you have this new life card. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be stepping into a new life, obviously, with this new life card. But she's like on a pedestal, I always say, with this card. She's being lifted up. So like I said, I feel like you're entering into a much better position in life. You have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Moon here. For some of you, there definitely could be love coming in for you. I would say that next year is probably better for you as well. I would say next year is really good for love for water signs, mostly because Jupiter is in Pisces, and it doesn't matter that's not in your sign. Pisces trines you, so that energy is going to be trining you, basically. So really good time for love for water signs, I think. Could be very attractive at this time, Queen of Wands twice, and you could be getting a lot of attention as well. So definitely potential there, but I feel like there's more. It's like your guides, I feel like, are wanting you to focus on things that make you feel free. Too much control over here, a lot of freedom over here. Freedom can be scary with the Moon card. The Moon is part of the Fool's journey. It's like he is free to go down this path here, but it's like dark, it's confusing. It's, he doesn't know all the details of his journey. He doesn't know where he's going when he gets to the Moon. He's being warned by this dog and the wolf, dog and the coyote, whatever you want to call it, right? He's being warned by them not to go down the path. The two pillars are there to remind the Fool to not get off his path. So, for a lot of you, it's like, I feel this is your guides are encouraging you to focus on things that make you feel free. But again, along with that comes extra responsibilities. It's like I always tell people, it's like, if you have a business, for example, there is a sense of freedom, but it can be scary because it's like maybe you have employees that you have to take care of. Maybe you have to pay yourself and, all this other stuff. And but I really feel that no matter what area of your life this freedom is for you, Cancer, it's like your guides are saying, no, you need to be bold, assertive with that Queen of Wands. You need to kind of like make things happen. I really feel this reading is asking you, I wouldn't really say it's like a risk reading because there are no cards that I personally consider to be cards of taking a risk, like Five of Swords. The Eight of Wands is also a card I would consider taking a risk. The Fool as well. There's several others, but none of those cards show up here. I feel like it's more asking you to be like bold with that Queen of Wands. With the Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles, yeah, leaving a comfort zone, being bold, being assertive, changing your life. Four of Pentacles says you don't need to hold on too tightly to things from the past here. You need to kind of like, it's time to move mountains, I feel. Again, his head and his heart are in alignment. I always say one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So as long as you're in alignment, you have this mountain card here, this potential card. As long as your head and your heart are in alignment, I feel like you will easily be able to move mountains in your life here, Cancer. With the Four of Wands, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you here. So I feel like there's some sort of victory coming in with the Chariot, some sort of like win as well. So I like to see that. It is your card. You're coming up in a very strong position. Could be marriage coming in for you in the future. And with the Moon, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but it is an energy of kind of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, especially when I get the Moon and the Nine of Wands together. The Moon represents a period after a full moon, which is a period of innovation, a period of inventing new things, trying new things, coming up with new ideas, like all that other stuff, right? So I feel like it's time for you to kind of like try new things at this time with that Nine of Wands. I feel it's like it would be a good time to experiment in your life, is what this is saying, basically. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now here, Cancer. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. If you don't have any questions, that's fine too. Feel free to pause this video. I'm just going to put them all together, is where I was going with that. For question number 1, I would say, I feel like saying no, if I'm being honest with you here on the King of Swords. I feel like I feel like a hard stop is the best way I could describe it. So I would say no. For question number 2, I would say yes, Wheel of Fortune for sure. Definitely a change in your fortunes. And for question number 3, yes, you have the 3 of Cups. Definitely a celebration coming in for you. Putting this all together, this is karma for sure. I feel like some of you could be receiving karmic rewards here with this energy, and it's going to be based off of work that you've done. Again, 3 of Cups is also a card of alignment. Just looking at your reading, one of the things that stands out to me is alignment. Like I said with this 4 of Pentacles, his head and his heart are in alignment. And that's going to be very important for you. 3 of Cups represents the 3 muses. It represents 3 things inside of you that are like coming together. Anytime we see a 3 in the tarot, it could represent like the Holy Trinity as well. And again, not making a religious statement here, but making a statement that it's like 3 things coming together. I feel like alignment is going to be very important for you over the next few months. But pretty good reading, pretty straightforward. Wouldn't surprise me, by the way, if some of you were moving here. A lot of like movement energy going on, but it looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy the rest of the year.